Down. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Viper for Viperland, and oh boy, not a haircut, just a shave. Hair should be the same, but my hair's got a mind of its own. Every day it looks a little different. I don't really fight it, I just let it go. Yes, Risky, somebody has turned in a ticket. This was Sasafune. This was not Sasafune, sorry. This was Soar. This is Soar's doing. So this is happening. Hot damn, Sasafune, though. Thank you so much for the, what's that, 17 months? And Stacia. Everybody shows up for Colonel Sanders. AYY 17 heckin' station months. Thank you so much, little Stacia. Welcome to Viperland in the chat. Ramen. Of course, Ramen. Who has now taken a second place spot, I believe. Or was it third? Has moved up from tying mitts. Holy moly, that was what, 27 gifted subs for Ramen? Hot damn, thank you so much. Welcome everybody to Viperland in the chat. Hold on, we got Ramen, we got Soar, we got Risky, we got Fear, we got Stacia, we got Grim, Sasafune. I don't think I missed anybody. I said Ramen, right? Ramen? Yeah, I think that's everybody. Welcome all of you to Viperland in the chat. So, Soar used a Viper ticket. Soar watched 1,000 hours, got a Viper ticket, and went, Viper, play that KFC dating game. So here we are, playing that KFC dating game. I'm going to adjust the in-game volume if I need to. I know it's really low now, but the sound effects are really loud, so I'm thinking it's going to balance out. Actually, I might have to turn it down just a smidgen. We'll see. Sound effects are loud as hell. So, yep, I just installed it today. I've never played it before. I was only basically aware it existed, so let's hit new game. I still have a little bit of like a cough. So if I gotta pause every now and again, just to mute and cough, that's it. Alright, so, tell us your name. We are Viper. I'll just go with Viper. Viper's fine. Man. Just the funny part of this is, I did not have KFC after work today. I had Popeyes. I had Popeyes biscuits and Popeyes fried chicken. You know, the superior product. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Just look at that dramatic chicken on the wall. We got a J-pop band, or a K-pop. We got a pop band. We've got a pearl necklace. Tennis racket, hearts on the window. Sporty shoes, and the dramatic chicken. Okay. Hey, Mint. Welcome to Viperland in the chat. Did I have both laughter and awkwardness? Oh yeah, this is gonna be something. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Oh, Shokugeki no Colonel. Smack that clock up and at him. Throw the clock out the window. Yeah, sorry. You sleep through the school year and give up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. Alright, Soar, your ticket has been used. Game over, we're done. Cool. That's it. No, we'll keep going. Good game, yep. Let's try that again. I kind of figured that was a bad end, but I didn't expect we'd get like a immediate game over. I figured it'd be like, no, maybe you shouldn't do that. Okay. So, it's the worst sounding alarm clock in history, though probably a good way to wake yourself up. You'd have to hate it. Smack that clock up and at 'em. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. That's a name. I mean, yes, KFC has a Colonel Senpai, but doesn't have good... I used to not hate KFC, and I don't hate it. But having since tried Popeyes, I can never go back to KFC. Popeyes is just simply better in my opinion. Though, you know, that's just my take on things, yo. Your mind begins to wander. Oh, so we can't sleep in, but we can daydream, that's fine. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. want to see... I should just start picking bad ends for the hell of it, but you know. Hey, Potions, welcome to Viperland in the chat. Ooh. Welcome to the dark side, yeah. Welcome to Sora's ticket. Sure, we'll take it seriously. Now that I know there are legitimate, just straight game over screens. Which, I mean, we probably hit a record for that? I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. I say to myself, you bust through your morning checklist. Teeth, brushed, hair, combed, pits, deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. Hopefully clothes, too. You confidently grab a biscuit, straight out the door, and head off to class. Is the KFC, like, late for class, like a biscuit dangling out of your mouth instead of toast as you run along? We could have fog laughed tonight, yes. It is up to Soar what happens when we legitimately finish the game. Apparently it's not super long, so like it probably won't take the whole stream, unless I keep dicking around. So it is entirely up to Soar in that case. Gotta romance the goddamn 11 herbs and spices, yep. Yep, just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Look at the steam coming off the biscuit. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School. Academy for Learning, that's a name. Alright. I have to watch the VOD for the initial thing that plays at the beginning. Oh, I didn't see... That one didn't show up, sorry. Like, I had to start the game before the stream, so it just showed that. I didn't realize you couldn't seem to rewatch it. So it's not on the bottom, sorry. I'm sorry. It was just so I didn't start straight in my Steam desktop, but I guess I could have done that. Here comes your lifelong best friend, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Sure. Good morning, Viper. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Yes? Actually, because I sure am. Excited? A little nervous? Okay, a lot nervous. The dramatic... If anybody ever does that pose in the middle of a quad, like... They'd actually be ignored, because nobody in college cares. What's the... It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Super giant tears. Classic Miriam. Raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together, and who rescued me from that quicksand What? It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. Just get all the characterization out of the way. But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semester... What? I'm afraid of being left behind and never... There's no way you can learn a semester worth of stuff in 3 days. It's impossible. Though I now see how you can sleep through the entire semester. That makes more sense now. This game is weird. Oh, It would have to be. Yeah. Sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. You're doing it wrong, Miriam. Mannequin or not, if you chip a tooth, you're doing it wrong. 3 days. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Sure, pep talk. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards? The lady with the mask gave me nightmares. I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? That's such a weird pose to have tears in her eyes. I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. I thought you were here for cooking school. In no time we'll be graduating, yeah, no time at all. And you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. In no time, okay. In no time, in no time, in no time, in no time. Oh, that's just that, okay. Quicksand box? Yeah, it was Danganronpa preschool, clearly. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. It's a very angry expression for... How is that hat... Okay. Also, okay. Why would she be wearing a skirt in a professional cooking setting? Regardless of anything else, you'd want your body covered from, like, grease spills, heat, fire, flames, anything like that. Don't chefs usually wear, like, that shirt and, like, Matching white pants? Oh, I know. No, I will not stop asking questions. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yes. Yes, I can. You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you, that's true. Only bad chefs need an apron. As of tomorrow, I have an apron as part of my uniform at work now. Even though I work on the front desk now, it's black shirt, black apron, required apron as of tomorrow. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Why would you engrave? Okay, fine. If it's your tools of trade, I guess. Grease bounce off their ass. You're right, clearly. Hey, it's that's supposed to be read Ashley, isn't it? I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Of course she's got the one fang though. Aranja named her, yes. Your arch rival, yeah. Does she really have the heart-shaped... She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. I'm so mad at that name. So mad. Hello, Ashley. This game is happening. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken chins. Okay. I didn't look at the rating for this game, but I imagine it's just meant to be E for everyone and just comical. But maybe, who knows, maybe we'll have a heckin' Doki Doki twist. I don't know. Yeah, she's got a heart cutout up here and chicken leg cutouts on her legs. Yeah. Well, we know why she can get anything she wants. You leave Viper's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Thank you. Perfectly normal. The quicksand box all over again. Clearly. Look at... There you go, Grim, exactly. You can't stand Ashley. Even the way she spelled... Damn it! I literally looked away to say that, but then looked back and it's like, nah, even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley.
Tasty.
But she had to add extra letters to make herself feel... Wow, she did it herself. Okay. Okay, and yes, Grim, clearly. You're not wrong. Also, well, no matter what it's rated, like, that's close. Like, this is at least a normal. This is like, the slightest dip in camera angle, and we're going to be seeing a lot. She's tummy thick and clapping of her drumsticks keeps alerting Viper. Yes. Whew. She did it herself. Her name was... so extra mad. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad you see Ashley's best friend, Van Van the Man-Man. It's only going to get worse, isn't it? Has stepped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. What mirror? There's a mirror in the quad? Who has a mirror in the quad of their campus outside? Okay. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working at his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Still, that means they're too tight, but you know, at least he's rocking it. Trying to fry chicken, but your tummy thick. Her face. Van Van, the Man-Man. It's an apron that only covers you rang. He's got star hair. He is absolutely a JoJo pro tag. Absolutely. Instead of Van Van, it should just be JoJo. Like, see, he's wearing pants. I thought for a second that was his zipper open, but it's just a crease. It's just a shadowed crease. That's a JoJo character. He's even got the star. He's a This is absolutely a JoJo character. Thank you, Grim. Thank you. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I trust this man implicitly. He's a Joestar. He can do no wrong. Well, that's a lie. I can't believe that University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, I hate the school name too, would ever allow people like you to attend as students. Wow, we didn't have to be mean either. Like, look at her face. He's just... okay, everything. What is Van? I don't know. I don't know. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Who has to work for 3 days? Soar's weave powers are overtaking potions? No. Or maybe hire us on as professors. Ooh. What kind of joke don't get? Yeah, probably. I think he just seems to say things twice. His name is probably Van, the man, and he just doubles it himself. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. Oh, maybe he doesn't then. Who knows? It might mint. It's the first day of school about to start. The first of 3, remember. There's just not time to properly tell these 2 off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. Can't antagonize him. Oh, I already hate him. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. He's got a jukebox and he's got the other tooth. It's on the other side. Between them, they've got 2 teeth. Oopsie. I think it's broken. The door? You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. It's a bloody Lalafell. Clearly. We pulled the door open and he's already professed his love to us. Alright, cool. We somehow know his name is Pop. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Game, man. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob. I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Viper. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? Nope. Couldn't figure out a door. Farted the second we came up to him, and then professed his undying love. Nope. I think it's just you, yeah. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of class. Adorable. What? What? It absolutely is, Soar. You've done this. You knew what you were doing. But what? I mean, why does he have glasses? Is it just so you know he's a professor? Are they brainy specs? His name is Sprinkles. The first class of the day is at 12:20? Okay. Now, quiet. He can talk. He can talk. Now, quiet down, everyone. He has a cute little pocket protector, though, for his pens. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? That you'd think that would be unsanitary. Who stands like that in a classroom? I have questions. You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO? He heads the school? Why? Ow! Ignoring the how does he talk in general, how does he talk with a spatula in his mouth? How does he teach cooking? Why is there algebra on the board? Why is the board math in a 3-day cooking semester? I have so many questions. Please, call me Professor Dog. Your name is clearly Sprinkles. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. But your name is clearly Sprinkles, Professor Dog. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Nice save, game. Nice save. There we go. We now have the first of what might be many Colonel Sanders quotes. Damn well no, you don't need geography. You say that, but you might need to know where certain culinary influences come from. You might need to know, like, oh, okay, these foods are native to this area, which is why this area has this type of cuisine. I agree. I understand the map way better than I understand the math. Specifically algebra. If it was just like ratios or something. Food history. Yeah, that's true. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. So what it's gotta be the Colonel. I was about to be like, what anime boy is gonna be introduced? It's gotta be the Colonel, right? The fear, I agree, yes. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then, he, walks in. I wonder if the actual Colonel Sanders is rolling in his grave right now. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. What's his first name actually, Harland? I don't know, like, anything at all about the actual real-life Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur the game is already killing me. Rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead. I'm dying. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. There. Why is everyone looking at me? And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Alright, that was pretty good, actually, you know. Probably sue for this. Wait, are you telling me this isn't an officially licensed game? I just assumed this was marketing. I didn't actually look any deeper into it, but I just totally assumed this was just a marketing thing. To get people, like, talking about and interested in KFC again. Okay, I was about to say it. Oh, the Colonel himself, gotcha. Maybe we should open the window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Gotcha, not the company but the Colonel. Okay, hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. Did we go to kindergarten with everyone in the school? Are we just childhood friends with the school? And what is with all your really weird insults? Yeah. Besides, when Viper sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that. What? No, sweating's so gross. It's a natural thing, but, like, you know, it doesn't mean you have to be like, oh, it's... Like, nah. Her stockings? Yeah, she's got chicken legs on them. They're also... Damn it, I can't remember the exact... What is it? Absolute territory? There's a lot of absolute territory. Take a moment to clean yourself up. Besides, when Viper... Oh, we read that. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot. This is breaking pots quicker than Viper. No, it's a... Oh, I didn't notice them vanish. I only saw them... Okay, I didn't notice that. Mitz! Hey, Mitz! 28 months, hot damn!
What is this thing am I seeing?
This thing you're seeing is a Viper ticket in use. This is Soar's doing. But also, thank you. That was tier 228 heckin' months. Holy crap, Mitz. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Welcome. I'm dying. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to I hate the school name the most, even more than Ashley. University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. Like, it's just it's generic name with generic name added. It's double the generic. School is perfection. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you in your 3-day semester. There will be tears in your 3-day semester. There will be blood in your 3-day semester. Probably not, hopefully not in your food. There might even be really adorable tiny food. See, that one I can hope for. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle, a shokugeki, if you will. You will lift your sporks. Why would anybody ever use a spork? And complete in the broom cooking arena. Okay, real quick sidebar. Sporks are useless. Sporks are useless. The fact that there's slits in the spoon means it doesn't hold liquid. And the fact that the slits are tiny means the fork part of it's useless. If it just commit to either side of it, it would be drastically better. But it doesn't. Sporks are useless. They just are, I'm sorry. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Student, hi guys. Sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss. Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue. You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Those arms. Why is this finger... Like, I assume it's because he's holding it like this. Like, realistically, I assume the side view would be like that. But it looks like somebody cut it off and just, like, taped it back on. Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled. If you utter one more word before I finish. Also showed him the butt. Totally stink eye with pots. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mitz, it's fine. You missed Colonel Sanders, who I'm sure will be showing up as well. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here in time, rolling halfway... No. Across town in his... No. Tiny wheels. Do we have a cooking robot in our class? You turn to see the student Sprinkles. I thought it was Professor Dog. Is referencing. Who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. I guess without Ratchet, Clank has fallen on some hard times. The class bursts into laughter. It's just a fryer. We have one of those at work. That's just a generic deep fryer. Of course, but it's KFC. Of course it is. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom. As everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. That's not creepy. Hey, Topaz. This is what happens when Sir Jude gets to... Oh, not Sir Jude. Wow. I was looking at chat. I'm so sorry. When Soar gets to decide what we play for the night. And Soar has decided the KFC dating sim. That's what's happening. So, your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. Okay, I feel called out. I've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles, who definitely asked to be called Professor Dog, reputation for being smart is tough. Smart but tough is well known. Decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. What do we have? Do we really have all of those in our pocket? I mean, the game obviously wants this, right? I have no answer for that, Topaz. I don't know. But it exists. It's free, for what it's worth. And Soar has used a Viper ticket to be like, Viper, you play that. Give chicken? Okay. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Of course it is. It's a KFC game. Well. I think there might be some competition for new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Oh, come on. Couldn't it be a clean dog? I hate dog drool. I love dogs. Hate dog drool. Which does make it difficult to... Because dogs show their love with doggy drool, and I'm like, don't lick me, but I do love you, but don't lick me. It's tough. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. They're not wrong, though. You can get ahead in life. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. The anime seat, or who knows what else. Hey Viper, there's still a seat here. It seems no one... Oh, sorry, I gotta do something special for Colonel. Do it on the top left? I don't know, Soar. Hold on, I need a drink for this. Give me 1 second. Correct, Topaz. But don't worry, I'll be hurting myself over the logic the whole time anyway. It seems... Damn it! Plenty of angst is now following. Nice name, but also hello, welcome to Viperland in the chat. We're playing a game. Oh, Mitz, do you not remember Colonel Sanders looking like this? It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. Two good options, but which will you choose? I mean, we have to, right? We have to. The name of the game is literally, what was it? I have to read it. I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. So we have to pick Colonel Sanders, right? Poor little rat. Sure. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought notebooks, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Best friend or Colonel Sanders? A bit more. Oh my, Ramen. Different endings? Okay. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can, and do the best you can. It's the only way you'll ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Here's adding 200 lulls to his total. Yeah, the pose, right? 100% stream. It's up to Soar. Think fast. It's time for a pop. We haven't even done attendance. Yay, a quiz about me. This is incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz. Or will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school in the 3rd year of culinary school. Okay. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A... No, not math. Is traveling to point B, and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? I mean, I worked in a deli for 5 years. Washing your hands is important. It's very important. Endings are basically the same. Some are just better. Okay. No, his name is... It's better not to ask. It's really better not to ask. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to a slam dunk. So a forest is made up of trees, chickens are made up of feathers? I kind of like the slam dunk option, but we'll go with trying to be correct. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? I refuse to answer it. Comically oversized. I refuse to pick this option. I refuse. It's not. It's a lie. It's a lie. That's wrong. What food is best for a broken heart? Honestly, I agree with that one. That's a good one. Fork. I refuse to pick spork. I refuse. Good dominance over lowering chef. Have to watch every 10 minutes. Yeah. Camel meat. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? We have to, right? We have to. Even though... Wait, now he's calling himself Sprinkles, but he told us to call him Professor Dog. That's right. Your total score is 4 out of 5. Only 1 wrong, not too shabby. You might just do alright, kid. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He nods with approval. 1, 2... It's a 5 score tally. Okay. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for... We've learned nothing! We've learned nothing. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? He's just stained and he's got a juice. What's even in the... Kentucky Fast Class, yeah. No, just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers! Yeah, lunch has that effect on people. But, shh. Lunch! She said, shush. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, from who we don't know, but were the rumors true? Is this. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light, while the exact same steam animation from the biscuit earlier rises above it. I know, Mitz. I am playing it, so I understand.
Tasty.
Thank you, Grim. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. I mean, fried chicken has that effect on people, let's be honest here. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. I mean, that's also relatable. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. But by my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. All the notes just say 11, Dragon Quest 11. They're totally linked. You look... Oh, I'll do that. That's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude. Nah. Hey, Birdie. How's it going tonight? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. We're playing a game. We're playing a game. There you go, Birdie. There you go. What, Mitz, are you saying you don't love her chicken leg cutouts? Excuse me. Her chicken leg cutouts on her thigh highs? Come on. Come on. And the fact that there always has to be a word bubble over her skirt because it's way too short. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. There you go. The timing, though. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. Look at his face, though. Ooh. You wait to see what zinger I still hate that name. Ashley is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. By the way, that's supposed to be read Ashley. Do you hate life now? Do you? Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry damn it, maybe it is Hildebrand, could fry chicken so tender. This is Hildebrand just getting hungry and passing out and having a dream. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. So is she a gold digger that digs for the gold, the golden crispiness of fried chicken? I know, Topaz. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any... Oh, I didn't do the voice, sorry. I'll take his. Oh, hold on, I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. This is a game. This is a game. She wants all in that bucket. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his. Why are the quotes around that? It is a bucket. It's definitively a bucket. Why are the quotes around it? You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Mark it. It's been 41 minutes. We've exited this universe. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light. I feel like towards the light has got to be a bad end, though, right? But chat is saying towards the light. I don't know if anybody can save me from this pocket dimension. I don't know. Alright, everybody said towards the light, so... Ooh. Why did that one not work? Oh, it's add quote. It's... No, isn't it quote add? Huh. Oh, I think you have to do a spacebar after the add. Yep, that's it was reading ad. Okay. Well, you guys said swim towards light. Somewhere up ahead, a bright light beckons you. The flavors are so intense you become wrapped up in them, unable to resist. You reach towards the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer, closer, until your fingertip connects with the end of everything. You are forever lost in the land of tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no viper now. There's only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Game over. Damn it. Try again. Tell me it doesn't start me at the beginning. If it does, we've got that arrow on the top right. We got too close to the tasty vortex. Okay. We can skip through this. This isn't too bad. Okay, back to the alternate dimension. So, I feel like this is the one we should actually pick. So I'm going to go with this one. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Really? That's what you got? Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, or flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. He is a chickens. Where was he keeping his chicken staff? It's an idea I've had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. I don't know where the staff came from. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? This semester is only getting started. It's a 3-day semester and we're halfway through the first day. That's the rush. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Look at his disgusted face. What? He's clearly not going to give up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Chicken mage. Yep. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in. You feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use Something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to take a look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. It's been like 30 seconds. You literally just walked away from us and we walked to find you. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time. You were definitely alone before. It's alone in a cafeteria. You figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient. Be modest, but thoughtful. Oh, we're all dying. The secret herb is Omega. 11's already perfect. You sure? You can't perfect perfection? I kind of just want to see what his reaction to this would be. Like, this one would obviously be a negative reaction. Duh. I gotta see. You know about that? I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It is a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe? And you think you can do better? Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect it to improve. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to. Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes, Viper. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. That certainly didn't go as planned. You'd better head back inside, but you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step into the massive cooking arena. We're gonna have a shokugeki, for sure, where the afternoon lessons will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. We didn't get the bad end there. Wait a sec, oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I told you... You're a chef, you're fine. You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we will be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Wow, we're just going to abandon her like that. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Viper, as filled with subtlety as IRL Viper. Want to be my partner? Aww. Sure, Viper. I'll prepare our station. Oh, sorry. Sure, Viper. I'll prepare the station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Hello. Beep, beep, beep. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. I refuse to leave her with Pop, don't worry, it's gotta be Clank. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Gotta be Clank, I can't leave her with Pop. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. I mean, I see a face, but you know. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now's the time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Whew. No. Colonel Sanders is with us. We've got the Colonel to ourselves. Not her. Us. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. It does not. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy, and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow his mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I mean, I know what they want us to pick. And you know what? It does seem like if we're starting simple, it makes sense. The second, octopus? Really? We have 2 votes for the well, calamari is squid, not octopus. The calamari is not even listed. Come on. But sure, we'll offer this poor young man some tentacles. I was thinking about trying something exotic. Maybe a dish that incorporates octopus in some way. I'm more of a down home type of chef myself. What about something that, go with me here, walks on land? So he doesn't like seafood. Okay, relatable. Actually, there are certain species of octopus that do leave the water. For instance, have you heard of the octopus arctellus? It leaves the water to hunt for crab, my new favorite animal. It hunts land crabs. Good. The best animal in the world. I need 9 of them surrounding my house at all times. In case. An octopus that walks upright and hunts crabs. Now I've heard everything. The world is a truly marvelous place, isn't it? His face says, why did I partner with you? Octopus? Crab? Sounds like you're describing one of my signature dishes. Are you trying to steal my thunder? Boys, what's with all this hostility? Has the competition been moved up to today? How dare you try to muscle into my culinary territory? Nobody else is allowed to cook seafood. Nobody better touch a cephalopod without going through me first. I think there's been a misunderstanding. Nobody's muscling in on any mollusks. We were simply discussing today's assignment. You would cut the tension here with a chef's knife, which makes sense because chef's knives are usually pretty sharp. Yep. Look, we were just talking. I'll happily step back from any and all seafood. You know what? I'm just gonna make mashed potatoes and gravy. I know my grandmother's recipe by heart. Keep the tentacles. They call attention to the tentacles. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Maybe not though, but she does have the fang. Begin to peel and boil potatoes and try to extricate yourself from this thorny situation, but your new rivals aren't having it. I doubt that you've even have the capabilities to work with ingredients so delicate. You should probably stick to microwavable dishes. Unlike my friend Van, though he may be the man, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations with admiration. Ooh, after all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Yeah. Yeah. They couldn't use that as the title because it wouldn't be allowed on Steam. Whew. Yeah, okay, sorry. And if Viper and Van are both so inclined to the sea, perhaps they should be there together. Ashley, are you suggesting that I share the secret of my special saltwater sauce with this novice? I'm disappointed in all of you. Didn't we all go to the same kindergarten? Now we're a novice. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel, hunk of hunks in your time of need, turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. We've already pissed him off, but we've also already abandoned her. We've abandoned both of them at least once, so... Sure, he's right there, too. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of the class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? The fact that I'm reading these lines out loud is... Whew. Sometimes conflict can actually build character. I wouldn't want you to shy away from a bit of healthy competition with our peers, Viper. Wow, is he just not that into you? You'd think a gentleman would defend you in a situation like this. Did you do something to offend him at some point? Yes. We said you should add another herb or spice, yeah. You look for Sprinkles and hope that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the dilemma, you've already crushed boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well, while your attention was elsewhere. It is my fault, yeah, I know. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your neatly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Sporks are still stupid. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. Oh, it definitely has the spork agenda. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something. Yeah, they couldn't have her have something white and creamy dripping out of her face, so just put a shocked expression on her. Potatoes are there, don't worry. Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy, and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Viper. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potato face? Van rushes over, a covered dish in his hand. That's a JoJo pose. That's a JoJo pose. That's an absolute okay. They're not even hiding his JoJo. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. Why is it on an hour? But in just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe, forged by my supreme chief ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed, and I may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Is he gonna die? Too late. It has been eaten. Think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him.
He might actually be dead.
It killed him. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. It tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. I also like how he keeps blinking. The last bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. Eat everything. You're immortal. No potions, no. Yeah, absolutely Pac-Man eyes. Not so sure the professors here make enough money. But you're the CEO. Ghost of student. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by the really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I need to do snap, don't I? Damn it. I was gonna earlier, but I got distracted. I still don't really know how to do it. We already have one command that, like, kills people. I don't want our chat to be filled with commands that just kill people. I don't really know how to implement it, and I just got no ideas for it. Like, I know it's on the list of things to do, and I haven't figured out a way to do it. If that makes any sense. I'm sorry I had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. Ghost of student. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. A blood for blood guy has been snapped into confetti. Yeah, that works. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. So wait, we went to class, had introductions, and a 5-question oral quiz. We had lunch. We had a cook-off where we just mashed potatoes. It's nighttime. 1/3 of the school semester is done. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Let me know it's a good day for you to whip potato from GU. Alright. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. That's what would happen if he ended up with Ashley, for sure. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing. It's been a day. It's been a few hours. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Viper. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream, day and night, never stopping. But you just killed a man. Never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our heart, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up! Oh, his hair. I'm the only one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. He is a star. Are you forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? Can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The Sporkmon. The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. We will not let harm come to another student. Except for the ghost kid. I kinda dropped the ball on that. Be afraid, be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a... yeah, go solo that glaive. Have a good time. Before you can discuss syntax any further. It's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? They were on some drugs, yo. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? The Coke with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Alright, you decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Coke with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. I don't even know, Mitz. Spork Monster's really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind. It draws in energy from Mother Earth. Are we about to get spirit bombed by a thing of mashed potatoes and sporks? They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? We're going to defend against the spirit bomb. Clearly, you decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands, Mother. This is not happening. This is not happening. Spork Monster is a no-quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster use utilitensils. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. You decide to go on the attack. Does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of one... No, not selfie cam. Sorry, that's... some things just need... some things need a no context screenshot, and that's one of them. That's the one. That's it. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power... Some good timing, Risky. What even is this? Pot Pie Power Punch does 10 damage. Screw you, Colonel. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Get mercy. Finish him. Spare the beast. Finish him. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. The monster messed with the wrong chef. Attack. You ready your final attack? You'll never survive my student debt loan destruction. Does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. Continue to surprise me, Viper. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it is so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. I keep thinking it's not going to get weirder. It keeps getting weirder. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is... Borko? Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quad, the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. It is absolutely made of dark magic. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world... Did we just Mega Man? The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. How did he know where we lived? You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. God damn it. In your dreams, you're together with... I can't believe I have to read this out loud, Soar. What have you done? In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. I thought they meant together as in, like, hanging out, spending time together. They didn't. That's a scene I didn't need to picture. Dreams are weird. You know, change the characters, and that's just straight up a scene from Food Wars right there. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild vision you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school, who you abandoned twice yesterday. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. Robophilia. I got things to say, but nope. We got to talking after class. He doesn't talk, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and it was also the convertible... It's also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. I don't... okay. Die with refrain doesn't seem so bad. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with the new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy at school, the most famous student to ever attend the 3-day cooking school that I'm not reading that name again, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up as she strikes a weird pose. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden while I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I ever... She's got drugs. She's got drugs. She's got drugs. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know. Like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. What is her face? Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share the secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you, or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret, or share it with your bestie? Well, we've betrayed her repeatedly in the one day we've been here. Don't betray. Don't. All right. We will protect Colonel Sanders. Make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt? I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow! Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. I mean, they do have the one tree, so it makes sense, I guess. But why? It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a horse. Why? I'm so sorry, Mitz. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Run to him. You decided that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up on the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. It's definitely not going to happen. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Oh, Viper, I'm here to deliver you a message. Now this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end. So you know it's serious. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times, and that name is... I almost feel bad for the noodly-armed guy, but before he can continue, you're suddenly awake. Aw, jeez. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his naturally... I'm not reading that, no. 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 Or is that just his naturally seasoned musk? Why, Soar, why have you done this? Mitz, get out while you can. It's not gonna get better. Ah. Alright. Clearly I picked the wrong one last time and got kicked in the face. What's the chat saying? Of course Grim has it clipped. What words can I help bring out the feelings I have right now? Yeah, I know. I never did play that one, but I hear it's pretty good. Compliment the horseshoes or lean in for a kiss. There it is. Naturally seasoned. I feel like we gotta go aggressive, right? Gotta go aggressive. Compliment? Alright. Will she want to see this through? Yeah. Horseshoes, I guess? Alright. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. The counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You can try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders. Also, potions, I don't think they're vanishing. I think they're just hidden behind. Like, you can see down here, it's just Still giving me hiccups, apparently. Dem thigh is giving hiccups. Like, she's still wearing the thigh highs. They're just, this isn't transparent, so they're kind of underneath, I think. I could be wrong, though. Try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Act like you're not interested, but really try and get a closer look. Or tell them to stop acting immature. So we can act immature, or tell them not to be immature. Both are probably going to end up about the same way. Not going to act like we're not interested. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van muttering something that sounds a bit like a magical spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? Not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. Okay, they're just gonna straight admit it, I guess. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. Watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. An angry deep fryer. Chickenomicon? Yes. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. No, never gonna question why he's tied to the wall. It's fine. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He is a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. What? Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps in you and licks your face. Down, boy. Down! Oft-hoppin'? That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. Wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. What? Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. Who would have thought? You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. What? But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts of one of the 3 days of lessons in your 3-day semester. Ooh, teriyaki's always good. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Viper? Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, a dog biscuit. Well, the pepper is going to be hotter than hell. A dog biscuit would be relatable to him, maybe? I don't know. A glass of water in a cooking school? I'm going to say we're going for the dog biscuit. Relate to the professor, you know. Understand him. Because of the shape, it's baked in. You assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites your cooking apron. Oh no. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. Can this be the end? I never even got to taste it. Getting between a dog and his bone probably isn't a great choice. We legitimately just died of embarrassment. Cool. Cool. Murdered by Shybox, yeah. What? All the way back here? Let's just... I have to pick the same... Other than the one that got us to the ending, I have to pick the same ones. Run to him. We tried to steal a dog's bone, and he ripped our apron to shreds, and we died from embarrassment. Any other game, that would be absolutely insane, and you'd be like, no, you're lying. But in this game, we died from embarrassment because our apron ripped in class because we tried to steal a dog bone. Yep. Let's try the pepper and burn ourselves, I guess. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sprinkles or sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. We're gonna die. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. That's relatable. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. Those words in that order. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend. Ooh. Sky again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through to fulfill the prophecy. You feel yourselves begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared. Be a timed competitive cook-off. Where did she get a knife? Why has the knife got a... Why does the knife have like a keyblade charm? And hiccups? The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Step up and tell them, you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it. Then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool? Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Viper. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, my students, please settle down. This is the lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, huge lights blast you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Why? I stand corrected. The hard way builds The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now's my chance to shine. The slightest the second she walks, that's showing everything. I'll defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? 100°C? That's right, but how would you have ever gotten to the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. I should get it wrong just to piss off the game. 11 herbs and spices. Is that right? You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you've headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance? That's wrong! I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice, except yesterday, and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. Where does it come from? Small town, shoulder, small town? That's right, this is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Oh, potions is... Ooh, number 3. Not bad at all. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. What? That's wrong. Don't make me get the spray bottle. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Viper. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill a traditional... What? What? What were you thinking? Get your mind back at the competition. What? What? That was definitely going down too quick, too. You're stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a... I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. Exchanging wedding vows. What does that have to do with the crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. And at the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow apprentice utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Viper does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue the dough before it's over-mixed. Viper, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quick spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad, and here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two, on account of Viper's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Oh, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Viper to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients. This was legitimately just a dish in Food Wars. This happened in that anime. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquet atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. You know, if they sold this at KFC, I'd go to KFC. Oh, you're right. It's chocolate. You can't let the dog eat that. You're right. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger onto his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize our rage, or shove ourselves between the two. It's probably not good to bottle things up. She killed him. We should clearly split him up, right? You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes. What? The goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. No. 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 Game over. Damn it. Welp. I said you're on. I mean, if I can do better on the quiz, I'll try, but I don't know if I can anyway. So we had 100C. 11 spices. Did vigilance. I'm gonna say gratitude? Oh, there you go. Classmates are rooting for you. Okay, yeah, it's still the same outcome, it looks like. Small town, big dreams are born. Not a success. Silence? That's right, when they taste your cooking, you'll be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you. Yep. Cheer you on. Okay. Blowing me a kiss. What are you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter what you pick. We picked that one. We still break our hand. Okay. Internalize the rage, I guess. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Look at his face. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow. You run for the quad to be alone. Okay. Quad and alone. No, it's always the most popular place of a school. Like, no. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your... I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? It's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an Blah. We failed. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. Uh-oh. We've seen what burning can do. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. It's the Spork, battle scarred from the night before. You prepared for the worst. Gorko, the Spork monster, is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we've already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. Just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Viper is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. Suppose we really don't need to fight? It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws?
You are not prepared.
All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes you and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. Toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious. You're much nicer than that evil student who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at this school, until one day some mean kids on the magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. Magic spellbook? Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Reality is wrong. Do what we haven't done. Okay, I hope it quick saves. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Viper. Or Viper. Together. I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. He was born with a goatee. And he probably wouldn't like camel meat. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Owen, why are you going off? Okay. Cool, thanks. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it secret just for you? We obviously have to... He shared a secret, we share a secret, right? The injured hand was just for the end of that competition, that's it. They just said you couldn't finish the competition. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Pfeiffer invented coleslaw confirmed. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. I gotta see his baby picture. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded. Am I right? The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Dio? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Just gonna gloss over the fact that he appears to be an old man? Okay. One of the framed pictures shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders, standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. No, they don't. They definitively don't. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. We have to check the chicken first. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the greatest state of Kentucky." Okay. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost student is swept out with a breeze. Okay. Take a closer look at a large urn sitting upon a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Ooh. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in. If you're breathing in his scent, that means they're not laundered. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they mean? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. I decide that now is your moment to make a big move. Tell him you're cold, fess up and tell him the truth. Should we make our move? We technically have one day left, but we're already in his house, where he kept a sentimental piece of our food with him. Do we make the move? Say you're cold? So we've got a vote for Deep End, a vote for Hook Sanders up to the Neck Viper. Got no choice. We're wearing his clothes already. Alright, we've got more votes for Do It Than Not, so... Whoa. This isn't... Damn it. This isn't that kind of game. Not that we blame you. Damn it. Alright, game, you got me. That was good. That was good. But still, game over. Damn it. That was good. That was good. His face too. All the way back here. Alright, well. that was good. It's the Spork monster. I wish it saved a little more frequently. Like if it was just every scene transition, if it saved at his house, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, we revealed it. Cool. We have to tap. Oh, we didn't tap these. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Wait, are you saying his hair is literal silver? It's not just gray, it's silver? Okay. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... How do we know it's... Okay. These ones we already saw. I can't believe I had missed them, though. I feel bad about that. Summer of 69, yeah, you know. Tell him you're cold or tell him the truth? Can't believe Big Move was a... Nice. It's also a song. Summer of 69. We've got Truth and Cold. Double Cold. But isn't revealing the truth to him probably good here too? Okay, everyone says cold then. No, 3 colds and a truth. God damn it, 3 colds and 3 truths. Who's gonna break the tie? You had to tie it up, didn't you? 1 truth. Anyone else? Or otherwise we're going truth. Potions, you do that intentionally. Okay. Welp. And it could go either way. I'm gonna cast my vote. My vote's for truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. Ah, damn it, sorry, Soar. I'd already clicked it. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel Sanders in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Viper. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. We've already taken 2/3 of a semester. Isn't that slow enough? You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! It's the same dream sequence. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Of course, it's just chicken. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? Yeah, I had fried chicken already for, like, after work, and I'm already like, I could have chicken. The biscuits, too, yeah. How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is, of course. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? I'm gonna flatter him, but it's funny that's an option. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner could be talking to you. It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I'm desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned up polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Oh yeah, she's very, that pose is, Mako from Kill la Kill, like 100% Mako from Kill la Kill. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? No, I'm not really sure where we stand. Don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Scandal. Nothing happened, but the emotional connection was... Wowzers. Oh yeah, she's great. I like her. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. I can't believe they did that. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Are the thigh highs tighter today? Did they always, cut in a bit? Or am I just... Because, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Heh, Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person in this school? Technically right. She's growing with power. The Chickenomicon adds a bit of weight, as it would, yeah. But all that weight is just pure evil. It's not even calories, it's just evil. There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Viper, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. They didn't forget about it, yep. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are going close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Yeah, she does, doesn't she? Yeah, she would fit there. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Viper, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about your food, about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Just take her outside. Yeah, it's just save. That's the menu. Excuse me, Viper. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine food. See you inside, Viper. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. You might think this mug is filled with tea. Nope, Dr. Pepper. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday. Which they... Oh, we got one from the one we defeated, and they found the one that the guy we didn't defeat lost. Okay. Start flipping through the pages. Wow, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? Clearly. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell, not any others that don't have any warnings, that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate dark magic. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. He talked to another girl once. That's a... Should we cast the forbidden spell? Or don't do it? No, no, okay. Nobody wants to wipe my entire memory of Colonel Sanders. Okay, fine. Don't do it after all. With the one risking the corner like, you won't do it? You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. Nope, click the wrong button. I want you to all know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Kinda curious. They're undefined. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt not only by Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for that outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Viper, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see... But before he can go any further, Miriam's love trauma spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming up. Don't be going at it in the school, please. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. Obviously. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. He dead. Okay. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it is not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. The third and final day. Well, that was unfortunate, but we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition. Showdown Challenge Exam. Trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? We've kind of ignored you for the entire school semester, but... Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of her? That's just straight up a Mako pose. Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Excuse me. Yeah, skip the exam, you know. Why is my phone going? Phone, stop. Okay. Okay. Gotta find a better place to put it where it's not gonna buzz ever. We're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog, the first time we've called him that since he asked us to, is going to love it. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed the lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. Identical to the location of your first challenge. Like a day and a half ago. 2 days ago. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. A chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. I hope we beat her so hard the extra letters come out of her name. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Viper's famous chicken pot pie. Okay, chicken pot pies are delicious, but that's not a quick thing to cook. I don't know how he's going to do a test run. After practicing for months making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Viper, what are you doing here? There's still time before the exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's not bad. That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it. There was no sound at all. You become Sanders. The petals come from... Colonel Sanders is to cherry blossoms what David Bowie is to sparkles. It's just from his person, it's fine. Clearly we have to like commit, right? I guess, maybe. Best I got. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400... It's a very specific number and dish. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. No, please put something besides just butter for a crust, please? Please, please? And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Ah, no, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it will probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. No crust, only butter. Yes, he's a long-range stand user, you're right. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown's about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up to the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've been practicing, are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. It might be, well, the last time we cooked with Van, he did kill a man. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass, which she's had on her for the whole semester, and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, royalty, fried chicken. Right, potato wedges, need those. The intensity of the room starts at full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Okay. Egg wash. Miriam fiercely injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, Baster Blaster. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. She may have shallow personality, but she's over and out in other respects. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do we beat her with pure skill, or do we beat her with magic? Maybe with dark magic we'd save Clank. Maybe. Throw the book at her. Do it the hard way? Yeah. We're obviously supposed to do it the hard way. The Colonel did say don't take the easy path. Hold on, I'm filling up my mug of Dr. Pepper. I could drink it out of the bottle, but the mug has ice in it. And the bottle doesn't. Alright, so we'll go hard work. Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Magic is flashy and awesome, but this is specifically evil magic. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. Subtle. I believe in you, Viper. Miriam notices too. I've always believed in you, Viper, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever, even though you're definitely going to leave me for Colonel Sanders. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret... Oh no. Oh no. She tossed Eye of Newt into her noodles. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It's I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? These spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off. You have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking... I don't even know what's happening. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Ah, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they come from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. Well, how else would it see? I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during a scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Oh no, we talked to some a spork monster for too long. I might as well just give up and drop out. Or we could summon some extra power, I guess. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. We went Super Saiyan cheese. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Viper, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you are powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Viper, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rule? There are no rules. Following the rules is never... We were literally told there's no rules. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting, if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. Where's the fries? The friend? Oh no, she already finished. Like, she got knocked back, but like, she did finish. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hey, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet you see Pop, hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? Someone asked for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs, may I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks? Pranks? Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there is none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. Must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it is, but wait, What about Miriam? Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time... Hard work? We only had 1 lecture and we daydreamed through the whole thing. That was it. Time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. Tiny food. That's what she does. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutokami? Narutomaki. I spy afloat in this itty bitty bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father. Are you Professor Dog? Are you Chef? Are you Sprinkles? Who knows? Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Viper, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Yep, he likes seafood. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkle leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. It is near Gigante. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. Oh no, you're gonna kill the dog. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. He had a bad glamour. It happens. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Hot damn. Like, that's something you'd expect to see at like a super like fancy place. Like, damn. That looks like an actually like super tasty over presented dessert that you'd probably eat in like one bite and it would cost like $200, but like it's objectively well made, it looks like. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it, or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display... She has no IQ. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, Viper? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating it. She's not technically wrong. She's not technically wrong. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, school for the hungry. I mean, she's clearly going to fail, but she's not wrong. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insist. Don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley as she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to redecorate herself, or dedicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard from me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Oh, uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Thanks, game. Definitely hungry, yeah. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blown me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I don't know how many dog years it is, or human years, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It does look good. It's a simple combination. Fried chicken, mac and cheese. It's comfort food with comfort food. Like, it's cozy. That's the new menu item. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone... It's so delicious that even the people who were disqualified pass the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnificent fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. They were supposed to do more battles, but come on, how could they do better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. I like how it's clearly just the cafeteria with no tables and a little decorating. Oh yeah, the cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog! God damn it. Your teacher, your CEO, a dog who can talk, and a DJ. You also seem to be the only teacher in the school. You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. She keeps the little heart cut out, drops the thigh highs, and just goes straight. Hey, she actually has... Her shorts have pockets. That's rare enough, so roll with it, rock it. And he's just... no different. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? Oh, it's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat, a crown. Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing of the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of counselor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Burger King owns Popeyes, yep, apparently. Oh, does it? Really? Huh, okay. It's Clank, oh yeah. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I'm Clank, and I'm not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. It's Casual Sanders. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not just enough to give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and men by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Viper, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. Oh, I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School, Academy of Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Viper. Oh, sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school? Oh, my dear Viper, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Okay, so it seems like I got the one question wrong earlier. You're just going to show me a picture of the stupid bowl, right? No, we get to see the opening again. Okay. Which is very loud. And that's where their entire animation budget went. Right there. So there you go. We have played through I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. Thanks to Soar, of course, for using a Viper ticket on this. Soar, as somebody who's used a Viper ticket, there's still an hour and a half left. What do? I can go to Path of Exile. I could try to go through this again. I don't know if I'll make it all the way through. I mean, if I'm skipping stuff, I can always get the best ending. I don't know if I'll be able to. I could always try. Hey! Prod Charles? I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to Viperland of the chat. We just finished a game and a half, and we're debating what to do here because we still have time left in the stream. Yeah, you missed the ending. We got an okay ending. We didn't get the best ending, you know. But hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome all of you to Viperland of the chat. I don't know if Soar is still here, but Soar has the deciding vote on what we do from here. Going to bed? Yeah, that's fine. Bed is good too. That's the thing. Raid before bed. Raid and then sleep. Hey! I'm gonna get that name wrong. Splendid Jams? Hey, I think I got that right. Thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Welcome to Viperland in the chat. Play Minecraft? I don't even have... I technically have it installed, but not updated. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't. But it is up to Soar, who I didn't see an answer from. I hope Soar is still here. Otherwise, it'll be like, welp. Yeah, I don't see Soar. Well, sleep? Alright, no worries. Sleep is good. Yeah, it is late. It's 12:30, but you know. I'm gonna say by default, we might swap to Monster Hunter, because we have enough time. If Soar doesn't pop by and be like, hey, something else. Seeing nothing from the chat. So yeah, I'm gonna change the stuff, swap to... I got an okay ending. He totally wanted to date us, but he didn't. He wasn't like, yeah, we should be business partners. He didn't respect me as a chef. I think it's because early on, just for a laugh, I suggested he added another ingredient to his secret recipe. That was my bad. Past Viper was like too cocky. So, you know, I got an okay ending. We were still clearly going, but he's like, maybe you should do your own cooking thing. Okay, I know. To be fair, I wasn't taking any part of this seriously. I was enjoying the ride, but I was definitely messing around a bit. It was a ride. I'm glad I didn't have to. I know. How did I dare question him? And so I should be able to just click there. Aha. Alright, let me see if I can close out the game on my side real quick. Hey, Foxy! Welcome to Viperland in the chat. Let me swap my monitor over so I can see what I'm doing. Foxy236YT, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Welcome to Viperland in the chat. Pardon me while I just swap my headphones to my TV. And Cowtitty, welcome to Viperland in the chat as well. Thank you so much for the follow. Always much appreciated. Yeah, that game was entertaining, but weird as hell. Okay.